was your tweet after the match just kind of here's a consolation prize for Mayo sort of thing? Was it just sort of rush of blood to the head?
No.
Here's your tweet. The Mayo footballers are still the greatest story in Irish sport this decade. They deserve more than they've got, but they've earned respect from everyone.
Yeah, I stand over every part of that. They deserve more than they got. You don't always get what you deserve in life. You get what you negotiate. And give me a better, more compelling story than the story of the Mayo footballers of the last 6-7 years.
To be honest with you, I kind of said that kind of mocking you, but I actually kind of agree with you to a certain extent. It has been, it's been an amazing story. And like I always said, that the best stories don't have a happy ending. They don't have this sort of...
No good stories have a happy ending.
That's what I'm saying.
Fairy stories have a happy ending.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there's no Hollywood script here. This is real. This is authentic. This is, as Jim McGuinness is saying in the Irish Times today, the Buffalo Bills of our generation.
Well, so he's talking about the Four Falls Buffalo, that documentary series. From the 30 for 30, where they go through each of the 4 seasons that the Bills end up reaching the Super Bowl, and they lose all of them. The first one that they lose is the closest. They've got a kick to win it, and the kicker, I don't know if you've seen this, have you? The Four Falls Buffalo, it's brilliant. So the kicker's literally still crying about when that comes up, and they go back and show you the footage of him addressing the icy crowd that have shown up to celebrate the team, thinking, oh, this is okay, we're going to get over the line next year. And he's like, yeah, we'll definitely get back next year. It never does. Never happens. It never happens. But like, that is definitely one of the better 30 for 30s. Like the stories where documentaries are made about winning teams, they're grand. You know, sometimes they're quite good. Some of the America's games are really good, but like, they're just really history lessons. Then this happened, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. Oh, we had a bit of a setback here, but we recovered because we're a good team, and we went on to, like, oh, the rugby team are a better story. Conquerors of New Zealand. Conquerors of New Zealand was the one that somebody tweeted, was like, yeah, great, they beat New Zealand. And like, the Irish rugby team are a brilliant story, and the Dublin footballers are a brilliant story, and the Kilkenny hurlers in this decade are an interesting story, although I would argue the previous decade was actually them at their peak and when they had all their best players, and we're starting to learn that they were a great story as well. But none of them have everything that Mayo has, which is that loss, and that like, the odds are stacked against them because of what happens in the county, the fact that so many people, so many towns absolutely destroyed by emigration, the fact that half the team lives in Dublin and they get a bus back and forth across the summer, like getting to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and then getting up for work the next day at 7 o'clock, and they get within a point, a replay, a point, and it's only ever the All-Ireland champions who beat them. It is an unbelievable story, and they keep coming back.
No, it is, and like, I'm actually thankful that Jim brought up the Bills reference there, because I wonder, will that be how we view Mayo in 10, 20 years? This Mayo team, if they don't return a win in All-Ireland, will we view them as kind of the whipping boys? Because that's how I would view that Bills team. I mean, when we were talking about the Bills earlier this year, it's like, oh, the Bills are back. Remember how bad they were in the 90s, when in actual fact, they were amazing. They won 4 AFC championships in a row. This Mayo team is amazing. And maybe because of the fact that they didn't win All-Irelands, and this sense of unluckiness will become a sense of they were a bad team, might fester over time. I hope that's not the case, because that's not the truth.
Yeah, well, the Bills got hammered in 3 Super Bowls, I think. And those massive defeats are things ultimately that you remember, as opposed to that one where all he has to do is kick it's like, all you have to do is kick that free.
Well, it was 47 metres out.
Yeah, makeable. Pretty makeable. Would have made it. Should have made it.
Yeah, like, I was wondering, was Jim McGuinness actually going to mention Cillian O'Connor there at that point, and thankfully he doesn't twist the knife to that extent. But it's like, it's cathartic reading for any Mayo fan this morning, for sure, McGuinness's column.
Yeah, and a bunch of people have been saying fairly similar stuff over the last couple of days, so I was amazed at how angry the Dublin fans got. Like, absolutely livid with that tweet.